play a game.
Righto then, in theory, we're live. Now, Rob is here, but he's just had to take a phone call. So he's not going to say hello at the moment. Hello to Wesley, Mark B, Chucky Transport, Andy Burbridge, Hawks, JW420. Hopefully you guys can actually hear me. I think so. Good, because I'm reusing the mic for both Rob and for you guys. Anyway, we're here for Great Western Express. When Rob can talk, he will. And we've got 3 scenarios to look at tonight. I just went to the wrong route. What a bonehead. We're here for the West Somerset Railway. And we've got 3 scenarios to look at. They're all by Rob. And Early Morning Start is one of them for the Western Gala. First of the day from Minehead, also for the Western Gala, and Best Laid Plans. And having gotten through the day, a problem arises, a solution must be found. So, no, I've got more than 4 routes, Wesley. I've just filtered it. Anyway, let's get into the first one. And when Rob's able to talk, he will be able to. I don't know how much he's going to talk because he's got a little bit of an issue. I won't talk about what. That's up to him. Anyway, let's get started with the first one. So this is a pack file mod. And
Good morning, and welcome to Minehead, the home of the West Somerset Railway. It's a busy day today as part of the Western Celebrations Gala, where all the operational Westerns have gathered in one place for this special event. You'll need to head to the office to get your orders for the day.
Just sort of something that Rob probably can't hear the game, so let me fix that. I'll change him to the stream mix, and then he'll be able to see the whole thing. If I can. Oh no, he's on stream. It'll be fine. Yep. Good. Okay, head over to the office, they say. Let's put our markers on so I can see where to go. There. And over there. There's a 4F sitting there. Now, sadly, we don't quite get to go inside because, you know, it's not modelled. That's okay.
It looks like you've drawn the short straw for today. Your first task of the morning will be to shunt coaching stock sets C and E around Minehead so that the other drivers can get the Westerns into position
Eddie.
and ready for the day ahead. Best get a move on, as we don't want the day to start late.
Drawn the short straw. So we're shunting. Does that mean we're in a Gronk, maybe? Ooh, that sounds like a Rob. Oh, that's not a problem at all. I'm just going to make you a bit louder, actually, because now that we've got the game running. There we go. That should be better. So, welcome along to the stream, Rob.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice to be here.
So, for those who don't know, Rob, I'll start with a little bit of housekeeping because Rob is a DTG person. But please keep any questions or commentary to the scenarios and the public editor, because Rob can't answer any questions, whether he wanted to or not, about the future things.
No, not authorised to. if anything like that, it's all normal. Keep your eye on social media.
Yep. And I think probably I'd be thinking a roadmap in the not too distant future would be my bet, because we're almost in February. And traditionally, there's been one around the early times of Feb. So I should do it untold and hold it for 5 seconds, not just flick it on, eh? It sounds vaguely promising. Let's turn that around so we can see it. And we've got lights over here. I can't say I've ever used the lights before. Oh, I've got to go outside. I was looking at all of these markers going, what does it want? But it wants me to go out here.
Need to get slightly closer to him.
Yes. Well, there we go. Red light. It's like a modern Gronk. It's got its own lights. Probably want that one to be white, don't we? No, it's going to be red. Okay. I can probably set that with switches in here, can't I? Be one of those. No, you can only do that.
Not.
No? Ah, boring. I should actually be able to do that with this beastie. Is it working? It is working. Good. Let me get my can out of the way so I don't knock it over. I'll just put that on the work laptop. That'll be fine. Don't tell work. What they don't know won't hurt them. Oh, they might be listening.
Manually controlled levers are used to access the sidings here at Minehead.
So is this
Unless you
you?
have your game set to set junctions automatically.
It's
you will need
Robo
to
me.
check
I
that the
used
junctions
11
are
labs
set
for my
correctly
voice.
for you.
Excellent.
Even if you have this setting enabled, it is always best to check you have the correct road, just in case the game has failed to set
Actually
the
paid the
junctions
money for it and
correctly.
recorded my voice for 6 hours.
Oh, fantastic. I think I put that in forwards, didn't I? Oh no, I did put it in reverse. I actually did what I was told. Wow. Well, the brakes are obviously off because it's moving. And I can see these points are fine. I actually had a very interesting discussion with someone the other day because their train was derailing and it's obvious that the points were against them from their video and they're going, but I should just go through them. I go, no, no, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, that's against you. The bad things happen.
They do indeed. Touchy brakes on this one. Oddly enough, tomorrow I'll be setting up our club layout at Brickvention.
You've gone to
So,
the marker. You're not connecting to this stock.
Oops. I went past it, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right.
but it
Let's
still
have a look at
counts.
our
You were close
junctions.
enough.
Let's have a look at our junctions. Oh yes, it wants a center mouse button. That mouse that accessible mice don't actually have. Coming. That's across the crossing, isn't it? I think. Or
Yeah.
close to it.
Yeah. All movements out of this side of Minehead have to go across the crossing.
And what's interesting is that's not just in the game.
No, that's in real life as well.
Oh no, rain. Yeah, I was kind of amused watching them at Minehead going, hey wow, it really is like Train Sim World. Game's very quiet today. I'll turn it up a bit. Oh, it wasn't quiet for the stream, it was only quiet for me. And we have the signal. Little disc there.
Yep. Ground signal. The old desk signals, because you've got two types in the UK. There's the modern GPL, the old disc style, for ground signals.
Yep. And there's the reason why you should never use the 2 camera. You bang into things. Hopefully the stream's still working because the video is actually frozen in the browser. I won't reload that, it can't hurt anything.
Yeah, it looks to be working in the, I can see it on mine.
The latest...
Check that it is live.
Oh, it is live. The latest update to the Steam client has done bad things to Chrome, so let me just start that up again.
Oh dear.
They conflict with each other, which is great. It's really handy. I'm really annoying all the people behind me now. I love it when you first go into YouTube and it shows you all of these very, very, very quote interesting unquote videos. And then you actually, it picks up that you're you and doesn't show you those anymore, which is a good thing.
Yep.
Well, it's telling me I'm live and it's showing me the chat, so that's a good sign. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Hello, Eddie. And hello to Chucky as well. So we should be in reverse now. And we have the signals. Back we go. And we've held up a great many cars in the tradition of heritage railways.
So this signal's pretty unique in the UK. It's yellow over red, with a flashing white light for the crossing, and the ground position light controls access into the yard.
Yeah, we call the flashing white lights Blinky Bill, because, you know, we're Aussies and we're weird. Blinky Bill is a koala. Better set those points.
No, you were set right.
I was set right.
I don't know why I auto set some of them. I didn't script it to auto set some of them, so the signalman's doing his job.
It does sometimes. I'm just going to watch these catch points here, because that would be embarrassing. I've seen one of our locos on the railway go into the catch points when they were not set once, and it was, let's just say it was spectacular and expensive. Because it's not like the old days where you just chock the thing up with bits of wood and drive it back on. No, you've got to get a massive crane and 7,000 occupational health and safety people and all those kinds of magic things. And the orange vests come out of everywhere. We can see a couple of westerns down there at the turntable.
So this scenario is rather scripting light, as I like to call it. It doesn't mean that it's light scripting. It means, for me, it's light scripting.
Into the front cab of the DMU. So we probably better put brakes on, and neutral would probably be a good bet. And release the handbrake. I didn't even know you could couple a Gronk to a 101, so there you go.
You can, but when it's in shutdown state, you need to hold it for 7 seconds. Annoyingly, it's to make sure it goes to 0.
Seems to have.
Yeah, you got to hold it for 7 seconds so for the game to recognise it.
Ah. We shall do that then. There it goes. Exit the diesel multiple unit. And I'm, of course, being naughty and just jumping out, because can.
You've got to get to the rear cab now.
I do. Here's me just hopping back into the front going, la la la. I guess you want tail lights.
Tail lights should automatically come on when you connect it, I think. Like the tail lamp.
Is there another one in the middle?
No, just the 2 cabs. Now, I could have scripted those to be off, but I've already scripted the handbrake on that coaching stock on your right to be on, so I wanted to give more stuff to people to do that to add to the realism.
Well, it definitely does that. Just check where it wants me to go. It does want me to go forwards, back over the crossing. Very good. Lady there with her coffee. Hopefully you've got some, because it's kind of early where you are.
Well, I've got coffee. And yeah, it is a mod pack. It's available from Train Sim Community.
Is indeed.
Unfortunately, only for PC.
Let me leave that running prototypically slowly and I'll grab the link. It's in the description anyway, but doesn't hurt to find it again. And it's not that one, of course. Just keeping half an eye on that. There it is. So I'll drop the link in the chat now. And Holy Trucker, it is a mod pack, so it's not a new route or anything like that. It's for West Somerset.
Unfortunately, requirements list as long as my arm.
It is. But they're not uncommon DLC, so...
lived in.
Yeah. They're not uncommon DLC, so I think that'd probably be okay for a lot of people. And if not, there's always a sale.
Unfortunately, some typos slipped into the final product.
Best laid pull-ins, I think it says. That
Yeah.
one?
There are a few, like resoil instead of resolve and stuff like that.
Well,
One
you
of the
could...
rules of Train Sim World is that if you turn off the visual aids such as destination markers on the ground, when reversing a consist, you will be given an incorrect amount of yards to your stopping point. To counteract this, I've placed 2 men in high-vis jackets on the station platforms at Minehead. These are your reference points when reversing the stock into the station. You will aim to have the rear of each of your trains stopped at these 2 men in high-vis gear.
Cool.
That was mainly added because people were overshooting the stopping point because they were told that they still like 100 yards to stop. It's like, no, it shouldn't be 100 yards, but unfortunately,
Well, it's 100
from the front of the consist.
Yeah, it's a sort of 100 from you, I think.
Yeah.
Back we go. No one on bikes to run over today. That's something else that we've had on the railway that I work on. I'm back there on Friday, firing a steam engine, but our last run out, we had a guy was actually stopped at the crossing on his push bike, and we're going in there, heading through the crossing. Like, just better make sure I've set some points. And he decided at the last second to ride across in front of us, and it's like, you idiot.
Why did people do that?
I don't know. It's not as though we run long trains. They're only 10 carriages long.
It's so dangerous.
Yeah. I've been up to a crossing.
Not to mention the e-brake.
I've been up to a crossing where a truck went through the gates and the gates closed on it. It was stuck in traffic and they closed between the cab and the trailer. So he's stuck in the crossing. So we very helpfully just drove up to almost touching him and then stopped.
Oh boy, yeah.
And then waited for the coppers to come and sort it all out.
Why did you drive onto the crossing when your exit wasn't clear?
Yeah, because the cool thing about being a train is you can't be wrong. Oh, it's that weird backpack.
Oh, the traveller's backpack.
There are all these people standing around in shorts in the rain.
It's the UK, we do that. We're stupid. Especially Northerners. They'll be wearing shorts in -2 degrees.
Actually, when I was in Wales, not last year, but the year before, a little bit more, it was about 12 degrees Celsius, and I came out of my B&B to go to the Talathin Railway, and all these girls in bikinis were heading for the beach, and I'm thinking, it's freezing. I was like, okay. whatever floats your boat, I suppose. But for them, that's hot. I'll do it on the platform side this time.
So you're now going to put the brakes on.
Ah. I would have figured that out at some point and read the instructions. But that makes sense. You don't want it to roll
7
away.
seconds.
I probably shouldn't have uncoupled it first because it'll roll away. I always think they look like Harry Potter with those glasses. Thanks for your help, mate. Just hit myself in the face with a door. No one saw that, did they? Seven seconds is pretty well timed because that's about the time it takes. No, I thought he disappeared, but he's still there.
These are early birds because no train's leaving till after 9 o'clock.
I actually do want that forwards. Back out across the crossing again. We have the signal to depart the platform. Craig Hannon, hello. Just says, have you fixed the passenger bug on the mild mail lane? It won't have changed. I'm not sure which particular passenger bug you're talking about, because passengers in TSW are just a little bit interesting.
That's a polite way of putting it.
Yeah.
They're the pain of our existence, trust me.
Oh, I'm sure they are. That's what you always want, is unpredictable people. Mind you, people in reality are quite unpredictable too, so... But they don't normally walk into walls and go through closed doors. Yes. Climb up on each other. That's probably the funniest one I've seen. I can't remember which route it's on, but there's one station where the people climb up on each other and make a tower of people.
Some bug.
Oh, it looks awesome. I hope it never gets fixed.
Well, as I introduced myself on Discord last night, my first bug in the game became it's a joke, let's not fix it.
It's like those flowers that grow as you drive past them. I hope no one ever fixes that.
The gloss-up blind scenario with the cows on the line. I accidentally left the rail fan lying on the floor by a cow. And it was deemed, the community liked it and found it funny, so we're not fixing it.
Fair enough. I suppose I should check we do actually have the signal. I think we do. Yep, we do.
Yeah. Annoyingly, one of the things you can't do with the public editor is proper rail vans.
The ones with little diorama with cameras.
Well, you can do the ones with diorama with cameras, but you can't do the interaction.
Ah.
Because we can't access the cook blueprint. We can make them stand around and look pretty.
Yeah, it was one of the things Matt was talking about ages ago, is whether there's ever a way to be able to unlock that. And I suppose the only way to do it is publish them as assets and let people use them.
I think if we could unlock some more functions, you could build them. But it's a very complex process to build a rail fan.
And limited value for the average community scenario builder, probably.
Mm.
When I stayed here, I was up at just across the platform and just up towards the beach.
Oh, nice.
There's a nice little B&B there. We'll call that a safety stop, not a mistake. Come on.
That's good. Stopping before coupling is always a good idea.
We only do it on our railway when whoever's doing the coupling up is not confident that they've lined it up properly.
Yeah.
It's a hot
Bit
note.
of an awkward one, this one.
And now we're going to have to go find a handbrake, aren't we?
Not at the moment.
Ah. Let's go out and watch. We'll ignore that it's about to run over me.
Yes, I'd like to watch from a position of safety. Usually on the platform. But this is script controlled rather than timetable controlled.
Can't climb up on the front of a cab, can you? We'll
No,
just hide.
unfortunately.
We'll just hide behind my buffer. It'll be fine. Hello, Frostfire. Craig says the one where there's hardly any on the platforms. That sadly is not that unusual, Craig, but it is worth mentioning it on Dovetail's Discord. If you have Discord access, there's a place for feedback on the Dovetail Discord. It's probably not worth a service desk call, but the more voices that call out for things like that, the more likely is it will get resources put on it.
That's fair, Craig.
Get out of the rain. We'll hop down again to do the break in a moment. Otherwise, we're going to get wet.
Soaked through.
This captures Heritage Railways perfectly. A little bit of hectic activity, closely followed by hurry up and wait.
Unfortunately, we're going to see a current foible of both the main editor that I use in work and the public editor.
What's
Watch
that?
the rear cab of the Western when it comes in.
No driver?
Yeah, the driver's in the front. When we do timetables, we can control where the driver is by stopping a service and restarting a service as a new service. So it swaps cabs.
And that's
At
why
the
lots
moment,
of
I've
them
got
are
a
broken
bubble
up, isn't
sorting
it?
for Yeah. And at the moment, I've got to get a bug report in for it doesn't work in scenarios.
That's a bit of a bummer. Mind you, in reality, the driver probably wouldn't change ends for such a short move.
No, they'd have someone saying keep setting back.
Yeah. Probably on the radio. Keep coming, all clear. Keep coming, all clear. Crash, stop.
You have successfully connected to the stock. So one of the things I did do with scripting, you'll notice that you didn't have to change the coupler on the coaches you just connected to.
Indeed. No
I
Buckeye.
scripted the Buckeye to be down.
It's weird that in the UK they're called Buckeyes, because we call them Ks. Because they're K-type couplets. And in my railway we call them Special Ks, because they're only 1/3 size. Special K is a brand of cereal here, that's why it's funny.
Oh, we have Special K.
I keep forgetting that we copied everything from you anyway.
Oh, no, I think you've got some stuff that's better than ours.
Yeah, Vegemite.
Yeah, I like Vegemite. I don't like Marmite.
Ah, excellent. You want me to bring you some? Because I'll be over in the UK again for August.
Hopefully they're going to have another one in August.
Well, I'll be there
I might
anyway.
actually make it up for this one.
Yeah, whether there's anything on or not, and I'll be there. Because
If they
the
do it again this year, I intend to go to the office this year.
yeah, awesome. Yeah, the missus is coming with me this time, so there'll be less trains and more castles, but that's life. She likes castles. I keep telling her they're just vaguely organised piles of rocks, so I don't know why she really wants them, but that's okay.
Now this is different to the other one because it's a button blueprint, so you just press it once and it releases.
Which is much simpler. They're
Yeah.
quite nice coaches, these ones, aren't they?
They are very nice. They're nice in real life as well.
They're comfy too.
Bouncy seats.
There's a door there somewhere. There it is. Back aboard the shunter. Which one did we get? Western Prince. There's someone on a bicycle around here somewhere. And off we go again.
You should have the road.
Should check, really.
Actually, no.
Oh, no, we
Oh,
don't.
yeah, 'cause they changed it. They changed it to the Western.
I did. Should also
It's really
check
weird.
this.
Sometimes you have to change it, and sometimes you don't.
Where's that little signal? I can't tell if
Looks
we've got
like
it yet.
to me, it's in the distance.
It does. And it's diagonal. All good. And funnily enough,
Actually,
the controls
Mike,
don't work
oh.
unless you're sitting in the chair.
Like that extract that you put on toast.
Frostfire wants to know what's Vegemite. Vegemite's what we call the Australian citizenship test. It's the only thing you have to pass. You get given a tablespoon of Vegemite, and if you can eat it, you're in. It's basically...
Bread on toast.
It is. It's basically made of beer, so what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, 'cause it's similar to what we've got as Marmite over here, but it's better in every way, shape, and form.
Yes, and it's like Marmite, but evil is the way I usually describe it.
It's just better in every way, shape, or form.
Billy says it takes big men to handle the big rigs. Anyway, he wants me to give her full steam, but not a steam engine. Chucky says it happens in scenarios planner as well. It does. Eddie says, I got rid of Discord because I was sick of being hacked all the time and also for some reason causing my games to lag, even when playing in single player. If your Discord's getting hacked, turn on multi-factor authentication. And if you get really excited, you can invest in these things. Which I shouldn't show that way around, you'll see the number. They are security keys.
That's a good stop.
Remember, you are aiming to stop the rear of the consist at the man with the high visibility gear on the platform, not at the target yardage in the HUD.
Excellent. Now let's just check and see what points are doing. Probably fine, and I think they are. Yep, all good. Or are they? 'Cause that's going in the other side, isn't it? Oh, it's fine. Yeah, the Western's over here.
It's straight in. And we get the yellow signal for the main platform.
And back we go, eventually. When the little Gronk manages to... Whoa! That was vicious.
Whoa! Wow! That took off.
It did. I don't think I've ever seen a Gronk do that before. Well, it's not actually powering anymore. It's just flying.
I've never seen anybody manage to do that.
No. I think the Gronk was
Either.
the Gronk was pushing very hard while the brakes were still what is the term with vacuum? It's not pumping up, is it? There we go. Now we're back to West Somerset speed. Eddie wants to know where he can get one of these. Train Sim Community is where you can get one of these. And there's the link.
Oh, Blue Anchor webcam's nice, especially during a gala.
Is indeed. It's a nice station too, Blue Anchor. There's a little museum there too.
Webcam. It's also got the staff digs in the carriages. The volunteers.
Good spot to hang around. If you are holidaying in the UK, whether you're from the UK or you're from outside, I do recommend this railway. It's one of the best heritage lines in the UK. It's lots of traffic, lots of variety, and generally very friendly people.
If you go to 8 Cam, Butlins is there, yeah.
I just like getting out. So it is this one. And off for a handbrake?
Yep.
Not handbrake first?
No, because it dumps the vacuum and the brakes automatically. When
Excuse
you
me.
uncouple it, it dumps the vacuum. If it was air brake stock, then absolutely put the handbrake on first.
Oh, you can make the air brake supply and then disconnect as well if you want to.
Yeah.
But we usually put brakes on our stock before we move. Because anything else is just embarrassing. To turn that marker off, I have got the signal.
So on the left-hand side, in the distance, there's a bunch of tents. And that's the, I think it's Butlins at Minehead.
Oh, the giant thing over there, wherever it is.
Yeah.
Over there,
I
yeah.
think it's,
Up there.
yeah. Yeah, that's Butlins. Big
It's
holiday park.
It sounded like it was full of kids when I was there, so I didn't go anywhere near it.
Something that they do adult weekends, like for classic, like 90s weekends and early 2000s weekends.
Yeah, cool.
But if I went up there, I'd be too interested in going on the Wearaway.
Chock is excited there's a steam engine. And we've answered Sean's question.
I choose to use, I think it's PFT, because it's got the better stock selection.
That sounds like points just changed themselves, but let's have a look. Yep, looks good. We're just going back to the carriage shed by the looks of it. It tried to take off again then.
Yep. You want to do that over the points?
No. Grumpy little engine. Hello, Amy. Welcome along.
You're actually doing good for time. You're on the average that most people do.
That's good. And that is a stop. Should be pretty close.
Yeah. And this is why we parked this stock where we did.
We'll see her in just a moment. I didn't realise they could exist without head codes. I mean, I know in real life they can, but...
These are for the Great Western Pack, so by the time they were, by the time that's set, they weren't using head code boxes anymore. Just right at the end of the Western period. Annoyingly, the drivers don't put the headlights on.
Evil drivers. Billy Joe, Minehead's nice.
Good ice cream in Minehead.
Indeed. Nice kebabs too. I can't say I experienced anybody that was in the slightest way badly behaved in Minehead.
Then you didn't go to the Weatherspoons.
They are a little bit variable, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one in Swindon, I was staying in the Premier Inn opposite the Weatherspoons in Swindon, and I watched this fight break out at the front, and I went, "No, I'll eat in the hotel."
Yep.
Yeah, I was talking to a girl on my railway. She was obviously very interested in railways, and let her in the cab and showed her around our steam engines, and I was just chatting with her, and I was chatting with her about UK and holidays and stuff. And she goes, you know, how did you go with all the people in UK? And I said, well, the only place I ever really felt unsafe was Swindon. And she goes, I live there.
I mean, Swindon for Railway Arnour is brilliant. You've got the Swindon Museum, and just up the road you've got Didcot.
Yep, indeed. I spent time at Didcot with a local, so it was awesome. It was Benjamin. She'll come back eventually.
Yeah, she waits 30 seconds before changing direction and coming back. Give enough time for the barriers to go up, let a few cars go through, then come back down again.
Yeah. I think the only other time I ever had anything anywhere near a difficulty in the UK was at Euston. And this guy started following me, who I assume was probably a European pickpocket of some description. And he got a bit mad at me because I went around him and doubled back and got round behind him and started following him. And this guy, how does it feel, mate?
Oh. He was on the other foot now.
And he didn't like me very much.
Yeah, unfortunately, the London termini are hot spot for pickpockets and the like.
Hmm. Normally that's okay, because, you know, I've got steam fireman's arms. I look like I can hurt people. Doesn't mean I can. I just look like I can. I had quite a few unofficial firing opportunities in the UK too. You'd be tooling along in a cab ride somewhere and you go, can I have a go? And they go, yeah. Just give it back before the station.
See, I've been lucky enough to cab a few locos, but never to get a full cab ride. My friend on the other hand has driven a few locos.
That's cool.
Done driver experiences.
Oh, I did the Class 20 driver experience at Swansea. That was a lot of fun. It's actually a good one to do too, because it's not all that expensive compared to a lot of them.
I mean, my local's the Bodmin and Wentford.
It'll be my turn any second. You think those birds flying around above Minehead would get tired eventually, but they never seem to.
Nope.
And we appear to have the road.
And you now have the disc.
Excellent. The signalman listened to the toot. I like the reflections of the semaphores on the logo there. That's cool.
You see things like that when we get it right, we get it right. But I'm not going to sit here and say the game I work on is a perfect game.
No, I think we all know that it isn't, and I think anyone sitting there saying it is perfect is, you know, perhaps they're a little prepared to not look. But from my perspective, it's fun, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I enjoy playing it. I enjoy developing for it. I enjoy playing it.
And you have to enjoy playing it if you're developing for it, because you'll be playing it a lot.
Yep. One thing I can talk about was I was lucky enough to work on the Thomas birthday pack.
Ah, cool. With Green Thomas.
There's 2 scenarios for that. Yeah.
I'm one of those weird people that likes taking Green Thomas down the Brighton main line.
Well, that's where he comes from.
Yeah, with one of the adapter mods and see just how many coaches I can make it pull.
A ridiculous number.
Yeah, it's quite powerful. Physics is no object with Thomas. It's an awful lot of old Mercedes in Minehead.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was testing.
And back into the sidings again, and it looks good. And I better go back to the loco to see if we have the signal. We do now. It easily catches you out at Minehead because you see the gates go down, and if you don't look at the signal, you can go spad.
Yep, you can easily go through the signal.
Clearly
go up any second now.
There they go. It's because I looked at them. It's clearly a nice summer's day. It's actually really funny. People always make all these jokes about British weather, but both of my trips, apart from the odd bit of rain every now and again, it was actually really nice. And surprisingly,
Yeah, we've had a couple of good summers recently.
and there were days last year that even as an Aussie I would call hot. So I think the Brits are probably dying.
We don't have aircon.
Yes. Whereas I've got 18 kilowatts of it for this house.
I think it's the humidity that does most Brits in, not necessarily the heat, but the humidity.
Yeah, a lot of Brits do seem to enjoy themselves in Spain, so I guess that's true. That looks like that one has not changed.
I've been to Ibiza, and I really enjoyed it despite the heat. But it wasn't an oppressive heat.
Nice and dry. You know, last week here it was a bit over 43 degrees Celsius where I live. And consequently, half the state was on fire, but
Ooh.
not under control yet. We've got more hot weather coming next week too, so no one looks forward to that.
No, because your summers have got very, very hot.
Yes. Well, not so much gotten really hot, they just are really hot. They kind of always have been. They've moved though. It used to always be really hot in December. And December's fairly mild these days, and it starts getting really hot in January and really, really hot in February these days. So it's migrated a couple of months.
Yeah. Have you reached the stage where there's no autumn or spring anymore?
Yeah, it's just sort of winter and then summer. Oops, I was supposed to put that to engine only. It's all right, he won't know. It'll be fine.
Nobody will know.
No. It'll be perfectly okay. This is where you get run over setting marker lights. Come on. There we go. Nearly. There we go. Yeah, there it is. It's a very small hotspot on that one.
Yeah, it's tiny, isn't it?
Off. Now put it in off. I suppose it wanted to prove the lights were going off. Should probably shut the door too. Must be one of the older locos because there's no climb down prompt on it. Come on, door.
Yeah, it's one of the early locos, came with the West Somerset Railway.
There we go. Finally got a door. Not that we'll walk across tracks or anything. No, you wouldn't do that. You'd walk all the way around, honest. Samantha's train says Minehead. Clearly taller than her umbrella.
It's amazing the amount of people in this game that like to get wet. Do you think about average for timings on this one?
The cafe in real life is slightly more vibrant than this.
Excellent work. You're all finished in time to enjoy a cooked breakfast and hot drink before the day starts for the punters. Let's see how you did.
No cooked breakfast in that cafe. Oh, Platinum, I behaved myself, except for the bits where I didn't. You can see that weird thing. Whoop. Off to the next one. First of the day from Minehead. Now we get to see the rest of the line.
Extensive scripting.
You must be very patient to...
Having had a hearty cooked breakfast and a good chat with colleagues, it is time to start the day for the punters here at Minehead. You've been tasked with taking Western Ranger with set C up and down the line today. She had some issues on Friday, but the diesel traction group, with some help from the lads at the DEPG, managed to get her functional for today after a late night. The weather took a turn for the worse whilst you were eating, but the good news is it is set to improve into the morning, only turning nasty and wet again in the early evening. Head over to the station staff member with the token before jumping into the locomotive cab.
Ooh, tokens. That's something I would really love to see come into the game, is tokens.
I'd love it if we could code it.
Despite the weather, the staff member is in a jovial mood, making passing comments about how good the event has been so far and how he looks forward to another good day. He cheerily hands you the token for the section to Blue Anchor and wishes you well on your day's activities.
Yeah, there's so many things that you could do if you had infinite money and infinite time, aren't there?
Yeah. I mean, token exchanges would be, in timetables would be cool. But the coding is just... I'm not an engineer, so...
There's one scenario where you do it. Do you know, I don't think I ever knew the headlight switch was down there. I've just used the key. I'll refrain from just doing what I want to do because sometimes that doesn't go well with scenarios. Melbourne train guy, hello. Hello, C. How are you? Melbourne train guy says the weather will improve. Rolls D20. Nope.
Nope.
Chocky reckons the station guy looks like the grumpiest man ever. Do you know, we've got a guy that's at one of our stations on the railway I work on, looks like the grumpiest guy ever, but he's actually a really nice guy. He's just looks grumpy.
Did you roll a natural one, Melbourne?
I'm actually going to be seeing Melbourne train guy this weekend in real life. How weird's that?
With the doors shut, it is time to finish setting up the cab and get moving. Set the reverser to forward and release the driver's brake before heading westward.
Driver's brake.
Slow horn. Off we go. And let it warm up? No. Just punch it.
The good thing about a Western is you can just punch it because of the hydraulic.
C just woke up and joined in, so you're probably lying in bed. It's like me when I'm moderating a DTG stream. I'm usually lying in bed with a laptop. I shouldn't just knock it back to off like that, though. That's naughty.
Oh, no, you can do that with hydraulic. You can literally go 100 to 0.
Yeah, it is a hydraulic, isn't it? I was thinking it's an electric, but no, it's not. In the electrics, you'll fry your contactors.
Yeah. Now, I could have had it running on one engine, but I thought if it's a Gala and they finally got all 6 of them together, why would they run on one engine?
You'd want
They
everything.
Really want to show them off.
With the heady speeds of 25 miles an hour. I usually am later in the evening, you're right, Holly Trucker. We'll pretend 11 mile an hour is fine.
It's just a guide. I forgot to tell people to put the DSD on, though.
We can
If
do
you
that.
remember the DSD, shift enter.
It's probably got a switch somewhere too, wouldn't it?
There is a switch in one of the cabs, yeah. Or behind one of the cabs, but I couldn't find out which one it was.
Ah, it's normal. C says, yep, in bed with a cup of coffee. That sounds like a good plan, mate. Prepare for immense
wish we
speed.
could get this on the console.
You can probably get it running on a dev kit, but that's cheating.
Yeah.
Yep, full throttle and back to nothing.
Speeds are more of a guidance on a heritage railway anyway.
Having been in the cab, yes.
Tell you what, one of my best experiences of the West Somerset Railway got the driver in a lot of trouble.
We had a guy that got in a bit of trouble too, but you can go with your story first and then we'll swap.
I was behind the Deltic on the last run of the evening. I had it on both engines. The driver decided to go through Dunster at about 40 miles an hour.
Impressive.
With a teddy bear on the back.
Oh. Yeah. Ours, we had a funeral train with the bigger of the two Garretts. And the driver of the day decided that 15 miles an hour was boring. Because ours is 246 narrow gauge, so we're 15. And, no, he wasn't going to be in that. I was the guard of that train. I had to write all the paperwork.
Oh no.
Yep. Mind you, when I did Train of Lights last year, firing it, we set a speed record for up the hill, because it's a 1 in 30 grade over 6 miles, and we set a speed record going up it. So we didn't actually speed, but we were quick. Yeah. And we got told off because, you know, it's less theatre than it should be because the people are supposed to see the light show. And we probably would have got told off more, except that a crew that a senior driver and senior fireman to both of us went faster the next night, so all the attention was on them.
Oh.
Hey V, how are you? I probably will cover SimRail on console at some point. Lots of other people are doing it right now, so there's no rush. No point being one of the crowd. Hello, Daniel.
I can't get into SimRail, but I really appreciate what they've done. So I see my friends playing it, and I'm like, well, you're enjoying it, so they built a good game.
Yeah, I quite like playing it on my machine, but I don't stream it because it's allergic to my streaming setup for no readily apparent reason. And the whole game basically looks like the 350 on West Coast Mainline South when I stream it. I have no idea why.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to get in trouble for my speed through Dunster. But I'm only doing double the speed limit, so that's alright, isn't it? Morpheus, hello there. British Rail fan, hello to you as well. I know it's an early start, folks, and thanks for Rob for getting up at Sparrows.
I needed to be up today anyway, so...
Do the Brits use that phrase? Sparrows fart?
I think we have similar phrases, but I don't really use that one.
British Rail fan says thrash in Hellfire incoming. Yeah, I'm allowed to do 10 mile an hour, British Rail fan. There'll be much thrash. It's good to hear the weather's improved too. We've got thunderstorm now. That's a definite improvement.
Oh, you got into work, Chucky? That's great news.
Issues with Creative Club? That never happens. Holy Trucker says a large biker gang member is hard of hearing, went to see the doctor. The doctor said, can you tell me about the symptoms? He said, well, Homer, I a bog fat yellow man with Marge has large blue hair. Okay. We'll pretend you're funny, Holy Trucker. Actually, you know something I've always wondered? Does the SW, the ones that are down at track level like this one, stand for safe working or sound whistle?
Sound whistle.
Because there's another whistle board right there.
Yeah, I think the whistle board's for the diesels and the SW for the steamers.
Ah, cool.
But they use a full mix of boards on the West Somerset.
Bit of everything.
Because you get the old-fashioned whistle boards as well. They've got a whistle written on them.
We just have a white cross. And there's no shortage of those. Hello, Flying Southerner. Ah, you've been in here a while. Jamie Wood, hello to you. Apparently I don't have a clue what I'm doing, is what Jamie Wood said. Thank you, Jamie. I love you too, mate. Real Lord Vectron says, sorry, I'm late because of work stuff. Ah. Vectron works for a fruit company. Flying Southerner says, at least it gives us an excuse for more tones. There is that. And I think we need to go outside for this. And very sadly, we don't get to do that very long. It's very sad.
So, despite the fact that the West Somerset Railway had its own Western add-on, all the operational Westerns, or ones being rebuilt at the moment, are in BR Blue.
So we'll have some fresh ones. There we go. Back to not... Go on.
This was a fictional scenario base, basically, where I wanted to do one where all the Westerns were together, and I thought, well, we've only got the West Somerset in game, so why not do it on the West Somerset?
Seems fair.
And Liam did such a good job with the remaster. I do like this route after the remaster.
It is significantly improved. I'll just use the trick that one of our older drivers showed me, because I do get to drive on my railway under supervision of the driver as a fireman. And we had a 5 mile an hour speed limit, and I expressed that I was having a lot of trouble keeping the train at 5 mile an hour because there's a track defect there. And he goes, just put on the main brake, slow to the right speed, put on the independent, release the main brake. There you go. I think I never would have thought to do that.
Yeah, the 25 mile an hour limit, especially means the track is capable of so much higher.
It's often the way. I always used to worry on our track because we've got South African Garretts, and I always worried that one of the Garretts would fall over one day because we were on 2'6". And then I encountered 1'11" on the Welsh Highland and went, no, don't worry about mine anymore. We've got another 7 inches. That's yellow. Yep, good.
Yep, you can tell it's fixed distant because it's yellow and it has an arrow notch in it.
Yes. The notch being useful on a slightly foggy day like today. Holy Trucker says, I went to the zoo the other day. It only had 1 dog in it. It was a Shih Tzu. Yep.
That's an old one.
He's not known for the old dad jokes, Holy Trucker, but he's having a good fire today.
So we have the Bristol token exchanges coming up.
Excellent. And there's the carriages that people can live in. Complete with a guy in orange.
Yep, control the manual crossing.
And Western Campaigner. Holy Trucker is nicking Flying Southerner's job. I think he's pinched your joke book too. Real Lord Vectron says, I love West Somerset, but damn, the 25 mile an hour limit is a slog. I got to go fast. Yep. I've been known to. I'm pretty sure I got Flying Scotsman at about 125 going through here once.
So you notice we're coming in on a red signal.
It's because we have to get out.
We would if I had rail fans. Unfortunately. couldn't do what I wanted to do. This is basically based on an idea I had on my development area on my actual work computer, and that had full token exchange with walking NPCs and.
That would be awesome. I think the other one was Western Campaigner, but let's go and have a look. It is indeed. Who gets to leave first?
A gentleman walks up to your window and taps on it. He is very well spoken and politely asks for the blue anchor to Minehead section token before handing you the section to Willerton and walking off quickly to give it to the waiting train on the down platform.
So the rule is first in, last out. But you'll notice now after that instruction, you have to take. We're still loading passengers.
No, we are indeed. What an evil driver I am. No, they're slam doors. They'll shut themselves. That'd be fine.
But you need to unlock the doors again. The idea with this is that you don't close the doors on a red. You always dispatch on green.
And they haven't got that newfangled central locking yet.
Nope.
Holy Trucker says this route can take you 1 hour and 20 minutes or 5. Yeah, something like that.
I would love to, Vectron, but localization would kill me. That's all I'll say on that matter.
Yes, they'd have to do them all for the 1,716 separate supported languages.
But I can have a bit more fun when I'm doing my own projects. Golden rule for me is I'm allowed to do this, but I can't do anything that would bring the company into disrepute.
That's no different to me on the other railway. It's on the real one. Or me in the real job, for that matter, in my actual day job. I rarely talk about what I actually do. So, it's just easier that way.
Thing is, AI tools cost money. It cost me, I think it's around about 30 Australian for a month for 11 labs access. So that I could get a level that I could record my own voice and then use that rather than somebody else's voice. But it was well worth the money.
It's a cool outcome, though. And actually, it's quite a good voice, too. 11 Labs do a good job. It's not horrible and monotone like a lot of them are. There we go. Half thrash. Otherwise, the acceleration's over with too early. It's a shame, isn't it? So much power and you can't use it.
Yeah.
A controversial tool called AI where you can wrap it all up in a day. Yes, AI is really good. I'm actually doing a presentation in real work about asking the question, do we need a path back? So we're giving all this stuff to AI. Do we need to be able to get it back?
Answer, yes, just in case.
I like asking difficult questions.
I mean, I'll carry this. AI used properly is a good tool. Unfortunately, there's massive amounts of misuse of AI.
Indeed. Yeah, I think AI, when there's a human involved still, is a good thing to do. Because you really can get AI to quite successfully do crappy tasks that humans don't want to do.
I mean,
And
I
that
swear by Grammarly.
Ah, Tree Sim World.
Tree!
Yep.
Stuck.
That's just a rail fan that's climbed the tree to get the best shot. Look how ridiculously slowly I'm going. We have an opportunity for some noise.
I agree, Vectron.
I think one of the things that will probably cause a clawing back of AI is environmental damage. Because lots of organisations have statements about reducing their environmental damage, and then they go and use AI and make it worse.
The amount of water required for a data center is ridiculous.
Yes.
But somebody's got to keep those computers cool. And don't get me started on the current RAM prices.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The 50 series cards were starting to get affordable, and then RAM shortage, and whoop, up they went. They're back to where they were when they launched now, or at least here.
Yep.
I walked to that bridge on the railway. Just to get a photo. I visited Jamie on the Poppy line when he was there, and he was relatively amused that one of the things I did early in the weekend was walk the entire line. I was like, why would you do that? It's so I know where the photo spots are.
Well, it has got a footpath that runs intersects with it at multiple points.
Yeah, it does. It's quite good for that. And there's other paths as well which are much less travelled because they're steep and difficult. Coming into Washford.
Former home of the Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway Museum.
I take it by former that they've left.
Unfortunately, yeah, there was a disagreement and they had to leave.
Politics.
They did get set up somewhere else though, which was good.
Am I right in thinking all those signals aren't actually there in the yard anymore?
I can't remember because it's been a while since I went. This route's set in 2017, I think. Ish, because we got the yard at we got the yard shed at Bishop's Legend, but we wasn't there in 2017.
In you get, people.
I'm aboard, all aboard.
Vectron says, I will own all the RAM. There's a guy that I work with who's heavily into AI, and he got sick of the cloud costs, so he's built his own AI machine. Yeah. He's very glad he bought his RAM before it all went up.
Next stop, the port of Watchet.
Thought I'd use the wimpy horn that time. See, in this direction, it's the German horn. In that direction, it's a real horn. Lord Vectron says, I've almost got 512 gig of DDR5 across a heap of machines. I wouldn't say that too loudly, Vectron. People might figure out where you live. They'll come around. Then you won't have any DDR5 anymore.
I want all the RAM.
The traditional gratuitous bridge shot. Complete with speeding. Mind you, I have to slow down anyway.
YouTube featured? What is YouTube featured?
If you turn up on the featured page.
Ah.
But you'll only turn up on the featured page in your niche. So you might get 5 extra people, not thousands.
So they're trying to do a Twitch.
They are indeed. Very much. They'd love to be Twitch. Mind you, Twitch is kind of dying as well.
Twitch is making no money whatsoever.
Yes, so it's like YouTube, Twitch.
I'm tempted to switch. If it wasn't for the fact that I had a load of artwork done for my Twitch stream, I would have switched to YouTube ages ago.
You can still use that stuff. Has it got Twitch all over it?
It's the amount of icons I get. I'm not sure if I get the same amount on YouTube or not, but...
Yeah, I think you get the generous level of 4.
I think the main reason I'd switch is basically the forced adverts on Twitch as an affiliate.
Yeah, you don't have to have mid-roll ads.
Pre-rolls.
Yeah, I have to have pre-rolls and post-rolls, but I don't have to have mid-rolls. I can turn those off. YouTube took that away for a little while, but there was a massive outcry and they put it back.
It was one of the things that made it better than Twitch.
Yeah. We'll just sneak down here on the independent and pretend it's not rough for the passengers.
I mean, that's mainly why Matt Peddleson switched to YouTube from Twitch. It's because he was getting fed up with adverts ruining the stream.
Yeah, mid-rolls aren't nice because they'll say, oh, our AI picks a perfect spot to do it. And I go, no, it doesn't.
Nope.
Picks a rubbish spot. Always a rubbish spot. Vectron has old PCs and Radeon 7900, RTX 3090, played with an LLM with DeepSeek with the thing. Now having a machine running 1,000 watts to count the number of R's in Strawberry was dumb. This is true. The sad thing about that is the AI clients these days are actually coded to get the number of R's in Strawberry right. Vectron, because AIs don't know how many R's there are in Strawberry.
I've been using ChatGPT a lot lately to try out INI edits for Tracing World 6. And I realised just how specific I have to be with my requests to actually get a decent response back.
Yeah, very much so. Off we go. Can't give it much thrash because it's downhill. And the passengers munching on their... Go on.
If I wasn't developing for Unreal, I'd switch to Linux from Windows. Less bloat.
That would be good. Yeah, I was just watching all the passengers through the windows munching on their curly ham sandwiches.
That's one thing I liked on the West Somerset Railway. The catering was all right.
Fish and chip train's good. They get fish and chips from somewhere good.
I went behind a fish and chip train one year, double-headed steamer.
They
Load
put-
12 on the back.
Did they put all the wrapping paper in the steam engine?
All I know is to split the train. They had to take the steamers off at Minehead, bring the 33 up to take the stock in, and turn both locos on the turntable.
Yeah, our locos run quite happily forwards and backwards, so we don't turn them. The little ones are 262s, and the Garretts don't care about anything. Nothing bothers a Garrett.
Not impressive pieces of kit. They knew how to build them.
They did.
So we're coming up to the port of Watchet.
And what do you watch
After
it?
which we
Watch
head
it.
back inland. You watch the boats at Watchet? The first one at least requires a long press, and it should work thereafter. But it may be an issue specific to the Xbox X. So I may need to raise that internally.
That was from Bob, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the older ones have their weirdness. There's still a few that I can't use this controller with because they don't support Raildriver.
Yeah.
I think there's 3. There's 3, and one of the new ones, one of the 8020 on Riviera doesn't, but the one does. Go figure.
That's odd.
Yeah. I don't think I ever got off at this station. It's one of the few that I didn't get off at.
I have before to switch trains. Lovely little station.
Won't bother whistling till we leave because it's a little superfluous.
Yes. The best thing about this is there's no fixed timings, so you're not in a rush. You're not in a.
Unless you're Holy Trucker, in which case you're doing it at 100 miles an hour.
And not derailing because the track can handle it.
It is a decent track. It's very smooth. I wish I could say that about the railway I worked on. It's lumpy. We specialise in lumpy. It's the proper narrow gauge experience. Chocky wants the mods in use logo. Oh, yeah. Have I still got that?
That's for
They-
sure. I'm running a mod by running the scenario pack.
There you go, Chocky. Well, I've actually got a couple of others loaded at the moment as well for Sunday's stream.
Ooh.
Melbourne train goes as if you point the pedal on the floor and click it first, it will work. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, that's interesting.
Holy Trucker says, are we going to have a January with no TSW6 releases for the first time? Well, we've never had a January with a TSW6 release. Because, when was that? September? September, October?
Yeah,
whenever it was.
We're literally only on our second week back after the Christmas break.
Yeah, but I wouldn't expect anything before you see the roadmap. There was a lot of stuff in October in 0 to 3, so my personal hope is that we start to see some stuff popping out quite quickly, February, March.
Yeah, I'll just say keep an eye on the roadmap. When it's released.
It's alright, I usually revert to that anyway, because sometimes I do know what's coming and then I can't talk about it, and it's safer to just say, go to the roadmap.
The golden rule Alex gave me. Because I'm not authorized to talk about anything, I just point everybody to social media.
Yep. That's a simple way to do it. And then it's Katie's problem.
There have been no requests from passengers on the train to stop at Doniford Halt, and we have been informed via radio that no one wishes to board there either. Onwards to Willerton.
It's a good thing, because I forgot. Vectron's looking forward to GWER in the 805, Trent Valley. I'm looking forward to Trent Valley as well, actually.
I think everyone's going to love GWER when it releases. Obviously, I don't have a release date I can give you, but I think when it does release, everyone's going to be happy with it.
It will come when it comes. That's about it. It's one of those funny things too.
Into that project.
It wouldn't actually matter when it released. There'll be someone unhappy about it.
All I know is that we joked internally that the video broke algorithms.
Popular.
Lots of likes on the video, on that 10-minute video that went out.
I don't know if she appeared then, but that was my other half wandering past.
See, I would actually love to go on a research trip to Australia and do an Australian railway, but the decisions for things like that are way above my pay grade.
Do it, do it, do it. Yeah, Medway Valley would be another good one, Melbourne. And we'd all like an Australian train line, Eddie. The challenge with Australia is even getting a third party to do it, because the majority of the people who develop anything around trains develop it for trains. Because it's an Australian organisation and they tend to all work for them. There's the New Zealand mob who loves Midland Mainline, New Zealand Train Sim Workshops, but they still want to stick with TSC. I'm hopeful they'll move one day. But we'll see. Vectron says, Australia confirmed! Well, I can confirm Australia. I'm sitting on it.
Well, no, people probably laugh at one of my favourite lines in the game is...
Which is
I'm a sucker for the Isle of Wight.
I like the Isle of Wight. I wish the steam railway was there, though. I got to do a quiet guard on the Isle of Wight on the real railway when I was there. Because I rode the train so much, he goes, you want to do it? Hippies.
See, trains in my region gets ridiculed a bit, but I know it's massive in Australia.
It is. It's about the only place you'll get any Australian content. There actually is a New South Wales route for Train Sim Classic, but the guys never released it. And I had a piece of it at one point, but he's asked me to never show it, so thought, oh well. One day he might finish it. One thing I like about vacuum brakes, you can do evil things to them you'd never do with an air brake. Like, on, off.
Yeah. So this is the home of the Diesel Electric Preservation Group.
Not Westerns.
Well, they do have a Western. I think it's Campaigner. They have 2 Cromptons. 47 on loan to the North Yorkshire Moors. And 2 High-Mechs, which unfortunately the High-Mech isn't in the game.
One day.
You know, if I had the money and the willpower, I'd probably do one as a third party, but I don't have the money and I don't have the willpower.
It's not a small undertaking to build something like that. I think a lot of people underestimate it. Because I know lots of people thought, oh, I'll get the editor and I'll make a route. And you've seen a few people, you've seen some little examples of stuff, but nothing big has appeared yet.
The guy finally got his GWR pannier tank working.
Yeah, I saw that. That looks awesome.
Really glad he got that working.
Hopefully he'll, yeah, hopefully he'll let that escape. Come on, train, you can do it.
Yeah, stopping points are very tight here.
Is this one of the stations with a model railway? I know at Bishop's Lydia there's one. On the faint suspicion there might be one here too.
Railway, but they do open up the DTG depot during galas. And they got all sorts on. They sell model railway honour and stuff like that.
Maybe that's why I thought. Maybe there's a shop here. That's like the Severn Valley Railway. Every station's got a few shops.
So there's a model
A
railway
well-dressed middle-aged
Bishop's
woman
Lydia.
walks down the steps, having come over from the signal box on the down platform. She, like the previous station staff, taps on the window and asks you for the token for the blue anchor section.
She must be pretty
dutifully
tall.
accepts it as you hand it to her, mentioning that she'll be back with the short token to Crowcombe once the down train has departed.
Yeah, just reach up and casually tap.
Yeah, very tall. Did we make it in at the back? Oh yeah.
Yep.
Barely. Oh, well, have to come over here and wait for our train now. Not long to wait though, here it comes. I take it was just sitting around the corner somewhere waiting for us.
It was sitting around the corner on a 1 hour wait. And when you stopped at the station, it triggered, the script triggered the wait to end and the train to come in.
So if you're really late, it'll come in before you.
Nope. Oh, no, you'd have to be incredibly late.
Melbourne says there's a
An
lack
hour's
of.
quite a long time.
Melbourne says there's a lack of a Little Blue engine. That's because it's a diesel gala. Little Blue engine might make appearances on Steam galas.
West Somerset Railway can't afford the little blue guy.
Our Little Blue engine.
Fortune.
Yeah, our Little Blue engine is actually a real steam engine, but sadly its boiler has been condemned. So on Thomas days, it now sits at the station where all the Thomas kids' activities are, blowing bubbles out of its smokestack. It's so sad.
Oh. Bet the kids love it though.
Yeah, they do.
But yes, how many westerns in the scenario pack? Nearly all of them. Well, the preserved ones.
I actually loaded up TSW2 recently to prove or disprove a theory. Because I had this theory that sometime around TSW3, the NPC women's bums got bigger. They did. The things boys notice. It's probably her there. Yeah. We can get rid of the wipers.
Yay, it cleared up.
Oh, feet in the bridge.
That's right, sometimes they drop from the bridge.
Yeah, right in front of you. One of the things we have to do as part of our medical is pass a psychological assessment. And they asked me how I'd feel if I ran over and killed someone. And I said, oh, well, I'm a train. It's their fault. You have to have a simple philosophy in life when you're mucking about with trains.
Well, you got that much metal underneath you. Even on a narrow gauge.
Indeed.
Yeah, unfortunately not, Bob. I would love for this to be on console, but it's not possible at this time.
It would be quite a challenging ask, really, because it's just like any other DLC. It would have to get certified. And unless someone's willing to pay the money for that, and unless they're willing to go through the testing program, i.e. become a third-party developer, it's not going to happen. That's really the only path to doing it. I remember when Sam was doing a West Somerset run, and he went on and on and on and on about these signs.
About the signs.
He just got fascinated with the lozenge signs. Yeah, Vectron, I imagine there...
Use a mod.
Yeah, I imagine there are ways to do it, Vectron, depending on how much money you've got. Bethesda has a lot of money.
It just works.
Yeah. When you're that size, I imagine you can make deals with console platforms that you probably can't when you're smaller.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, we're a small company.
Yeah, I do get the impression people think that DTG is this massive studio, but definitely not.
Across all departments, so not even just
The woman
studio.
returns with the down train having departed and hands you the token for the short section up the bank to Stogumber and Crocombe. She wishes you well on your journey with a smile and walks back up the steps towards the down platform.
Now we wait for the passengers to load again.
Notice I left the doors open this time. Even an idiot can learn. I always like watching those doors.
They all close at once. So, opportunity to give it a bit of a crash now, because it's basically uphill all the way to Crocombe.
Once we get past
Wrong
the
way.
10-mile bit.
Yeah.
Unless we don't care about the 10-mile bit, in which case just go for it.
Energetic departure. Nothing wrong with that. The thing is, we're not an independent. We used to be.
This is an optimized sheep.
Optimized sheep. Oh, how many polygons? Yes.
Yeah, one.
Just the one.
It's actually kind of funny when people talk about in chat and they go, oh, it should be optimized more. I usually point at these sheep and go, what, like that? Is that really what you want?
I mean, the true definition of indie is any company not attached to a publishing house.
Yeah, they can be.
You have small indies and big indies.
They can. One of the Japanese horror games I play has got a credits list that goes on for a minute and a half. So there's plenty of people involved in that one. Whether they're all paid's a different story. The 205 Thumper. I think that's a fair call, Bob.
Get it suggested.
Right up why it's,
maybe one day.
right up why it's important to you. That's actually a good hint for people that want things. Don't just jump on the Discord or the forum and say, I want this, because that gets you about this much attention. If you want something, you need to write up a justification, a reason why it would be good, and particularly why it would sell.
Basically, you can tell, if you go on the forum, there's good proposals and bad proposals. A good proposal will list full information about what the train is, where it operates, when it operated, where it can operate in heritage, for example. And a route, you give all the information about the route, which can in fact take several posts.
Vectron says, if you want attention, email the CEO.
So please don't do that.
Hey, just forward it to Matt. Get this guy away from me.
But no, the one thing I do like about the tradesman community is passion.
And most of them are nice. There's only
Negative passion or positive passion.
yeah. Oh, look, there's only a small percentage of the community that's not nice, but man, they're loud. Most of them are actually really good.
I mean, the fact is, people are passionate to care and put bug reports in because they want us to produce a better game.
Mm-hmm.
And we are getting better. I'm not going to say we're perfect, because we're not.
I think
We are
release-wise,
trying to improve.
it genuinely has improved since TSW4. TSW4 was like 3 was a little bit of dramatic, but it got there fairly quickly. 4 was not good, and 5 was a lot better. 6 has got some bugs, but they're not massive game stoppers for the most part.
I mean, 6 got my favourite route, other than the Isle of Wight.
Which one's that? Riviera?
Riviera, because it's so close to me.
I like Riviera because I always liked it in TSC, so when it came out, I was like, yay! I have explained to the good lady other half, who's actually, no, she's not behind me. I thought she was behind me playing Warcraft, but she stopped. That on our trip, we will be going on the Riviera line. We don't have a reason to go on the Riviera line because it doesn't go anywhere near where we want to go, but we are going on it.
Dawlish is just fantastic and amazing.
I've just got to figure out how to connect it up with other things so I don't end up trapped somewhere.
Easy, you can do it in a day. Night Riviera down to Penzance, and then do the line from Penzance back up.
Sounds like a plan.
But if you do the Night Riviera, remember to book a berth, because trying to sleep on the seats is a no-go.
Yep.
Night Riviera is small beds, but very comfy. I think it's like if you're booking it up in advance, £50 surcharge.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I just read Vectron's comment, and I thought he said he'd milfed the 802, but no, miffed it. It's like, okay, whatever turns you on. Chocky is casually driving a train on the exterior camera, listening to its sounds. Chocky is, if you haven't met him, folks, you have go and have a look at his channel, because he does some cool stuff. Southerner says if you're going to Scotland, the Plymouth to Edinburgh. We are planning on staying in Edinburgh when we're in Scotland, because it looks like we can do everything we want to do on day trips from there. So rather than move around and drag bags around to different towns, we'll probably just stay in Edinburgh. Because we're lazy Aussies.
I wouldn't do the Plymouth to Edinburgh service as a Voyager. And it's an often packed Voyager.
Ironing board seats.
Bad smells, ironing board seats, and usually packed.
Yep. And someone sitting in your seat. Been there, done that.
Excuse me, that's my seat. Well, I was here first. No, I don't care. I booked it.
Yep.
Out.
Hello, Asaho. Excuse me munching on chips, by the way.
Nothing wrong with munching on chips.
I started this before my dinner time, so I'll be having my dinner afterwards. No, it's not late yet. It's only just gone on, what, 8 o'clock? Almost 8 o'clock. Remember,
Right,
it's...
once you stop us for Gumbo, I'll be right back.
No worries. Remember, it's summertime here, Asaho, and winter for you, so we've got an extra 2 hours up our sleeves. Because you went one direction with the time, and we went the other direction. Hopefully that's close enough. The instant launch out of the seat. Yeah, it's difficult to find good times, jockey. Steam scenario for the Brighton main line. I did build my Thomas scenario for Brighton main line, but I don't think I ever published it. Crookham Heathfield is next. Thomas is waiting in the shed, Chucky. He's sleeping. He's doing evil things with Annie and Clarabelle. Where are we anyway? 3/4.
Yeah, this is the longest section now, basically. Between Willerton and Bishop Lydiard is about 9-10 miles. With Stogumber and Crocombe in the way.
I always behave, Eddie, just usually badly. So yes, there is a modern timetable for West Cornwall. Guess what I'm running on Sunday? I haven't actually tried it yet to make sure it works, but...
It's good, considering they had to get around a single line.
Yes, it would be quite challenging.
But no, it's a good little timetable, that.
Yeah, looking forward to breathing a little bit of life into West Cornwall. It was always a little bit sad, that route.
It's my local, don't get me started on it. I'd probably lose my job.
Yep. Now, the octopus is cool, though.
Oh yeah, I like the octopus.
That's the best mastery tile of any of them.
But to be professional about it, it's supposed to be set in 1990. A lot of the track work at Penzance is missing for 1990. And Trury's more like its 1980 layout. It's one that could have done with a research trip, I think, and a lot of research on Google and Flickr.
Yep. It was only driven on Sundays by a little old lady to the shops, honest. The other thing it could really do with is some understanding of what water does. And where water should be on that route.
I mean, if I could convince Rivet to remaster one route, it would be go back and remaster the West Cornwall local.
I actually kind of think they...
No money in it.
I think they probably would not touch West Cornwall, and the same as they wouldn't touch Arosa, because they copped a bit of a hiding over those two routes, and that's got to put a bad taste for anybody that would come and work on it later.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I still drive the West Cornwall. And last year I nearly had a scenario pack out for it, but I wasn't happy with the result, so I abandoned it.
I use steam engines, the holiday steam engines. They're great.
Oh, I do like the holiday pack, yeah.
I did a holiday steam engine on Riviera going between the two heritage railways. And that's no mean feat, because I had to find somewhere to reverse the train, run around it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there's a yard with manually controlled points, so you can do it.
Also, you got to get the steamer up and over Dainton.
And I was really smart. I ran that in snow with maximum wetness.
Oh.
It seemed like a good idea at the time when I started it. If you think this one's slow, holy trucker, you should see the telethin. It tops out at about 8 mile an hour and often runs at sheep speed, because if a sheep gets on the track, they just follow it.
And at no time at all, we're at Crocombe.
See you, Melbourne train guy. I'll see you on Saturday. I'll talk to you soon. Melbourne train guy is going to be on the Right Way, Wrong Way Railway podcast.
So, if anyone's got any questions about the public editor, do feel free to shout up. I mainly focus on scenarios, though, rather than building locos and stuff like that. Oh, and timetables.
I downloaded it, started looking at Unreal and went, nah, too hard. So I'm really impressed with the people that get something out with it.
So, my journey in Dovetail, I lost my job in retail 2020-ish. 2021, I started doing second party work for Train Sim Classic. And the guy that is handling my work said, we've got a job come up and I want you to apply for it.
Yeah,
and
nice.
I over and he said, no, when I told you I want you to apply for it, I meant you are going to apply for this job. And I applied for it, went through the interview process and got the job.
Yeah, good.
I moved after a year of working on TSC into Train Sim World. It took me about 6 weeks to learn the tools.
And that's with people all around you that you can ask questions of.
That was people I could ask questions of, yeah. And that's video of the original video of the public editor. Before it was even a real thing.
He is a font of knowledge, that bloke.
Yeah. He knows a lot. He can build a timetable, he can build a scenario. He could probably build a loco if push came to shove. I consider myself one of those lucky ones. As in, I work in a job that I love. I like getting up for work in the morning and turning on the work PC and getting on with work.
Yeah, I don't mind the work that I do. It's just,
A man dressed in 1950s railway attire approaches your window and asks for the short token to Willerton, which you dutifully provide him with. You exchange a few pleasantries before he walks away, and crosses the line in front of you to be prepared to give the token to the incoming down train.
Did I shut the doors? I probably did. No, I didn't. Wow.
You kept them open.
I did.
Hooray!
So which one have we got? There's not many left. I saw a Western running at SVR. It was a noisy beast.
Oh, they are incredibly noisy.
All right. I'll pretend I could read that. So the way she touched the back of her neck then, she had this feeling there was someone behind her. Now she's looking around. Western Courier. That's actually the one at SVR.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Let me bring up my list of Westerns.
Hey, Ed. Hey, Eddie. You haven't missed me messing anything up yet.
So the ones that are operational at this gala are, if I can get to the preserved list, Western Campaigner, Western Ranger, which you're driving, Western Prince, Western Lady, and Western Courier. With Western
Cool.
Champion bringing a rail tour in the next day.
Excellent. Yes, it is a first, Eddie. You're right. I usually have
Always
messed something
keep
up by
those.
this point in the stream.
Southerner, always keep an eye on our the DTG website. Maybe even put a provisional application in. We don't list we're not listing anything at the moment. I don't know, but we always keep applications on file.
I don't know if Brits do that, releasing the train break and sitting on the independent, but I'm used to it.
They probably do.
On our uphill stations, you have to be relatively careful to power brake on the way in so that you keep the train stretched out. So when you release the train brake, it doesn't go bump, 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 all the way down the platform
Yeah.
while the people are getting off.
Oops.
Yeah, because the last carriage moves about 1.5 meters.
Wow, how much slack, really?
Yeah. Even in little narrow gauge, you still get plenty of slack.
The man returns with a cheery smile and gives you the short token to Bishop's Lydiard, wishing you well on your journey. He mentions
I thought
in
they
passing that there might
simultaneously
be a
got
problem
sat
on the route to
down.
Norton Fitzwarren due to animals on the line, so your journey may be cut short.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% evil because I could have had you go all the way up to Norton.
That's a fair way.
Yeah, it's about another 3 miles from Bishop's Lydiard to Norton.
It would actually be really cool if the railway did run a shuttle up to Norton and back.
They do during Gala.
It'd be good if they did it all the
I
time.
think they used to DMU. So we are basically downhill from here to Bishop's Rigid.
Just keep on rolling. The Westerns are so big, I wonder if they had restrictions on what lines they could go on.
I'm not sure what restriction they had. I think because of their weight, they're actually not that restricted.
Actually, I suppose they're not really any longer than a 66, are they?
No.
Says he's speeding already.
Warren is where the main line joins the West Somerset Railway joins the main line.
And unfortunately, most of the time, you have to catch a bus.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool thing is, you ask the bus driver, "Can you tell me when we get to the train station?" I'm sure I pressed that the first time.
I'm sure you pressed that the first time.
Yeah, but you ask him can you let me know when you get to the train station, thinking it's just in a side street or something, and he goes, "No, it'll be obvious." They drive right into the car park.
Yeah, they don't anymore, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, they stop in the village instead and then drive on.
Ah, it's annoying, and you got to walk in. Mind you, you can go to
a long walk from the village.
Yeah, you can go to Minehead by bus too.
Same bus that stops that used to stop at the station.
I wonder why they don't go into the station anymore, because it's quite a lot of passengers were getting on and off for the railway.
There's been a decline in passengers using it for the railway, except on gala days.
That's sad. Is there a decline on WSR as well, or is just more people using cars? Hey, Alpha Star.
I think more people coming by car.
Yeah, most people come by car to our railway, but we've got a back-to-back station with the broad gauge electric. But not many people use it, sadly. They park in the train station car park, though. That's because we have no parking at all. Ah, there's those flowers that grow when you go past them. Yeah. So we'll make sure we pressed it. Alpha Star asks if scenery looks good using custom mini. I'm not. This is the bog standard one.
Hence the popping on the trees.
Yeah. When I stream, I do, unless I forget, or unless I'm deliberately showing change settings, I do prefer to use the bog standard one because I want to show what people will see. Because admittedly my PC is a bit of a beast, even though it's a 4080 and it's getting a little old, it is still a beast.
Yeah, when you show me your specs, it's like, that's not a bad computer.
Does the job. Renders videos at 125 FPS, that makes me happy. That's 4K videos.
That's something Intel were always very good at.
The other thing they're really good at is catching fire.
Yes.
I'm on my third. This one seems to be quite good. And I actually talked them into a preemptive replacement, so I've got a spare sitting up on the shelf. Because I said, look, I basically told them I'm a streamer. I didn't tell them I have a real job and I'm a content creator. I just said I'm a content creator. I said, when this thing's dead, I'm not making any money. And I'm going to talk about Intel a lot when the machine's working. So I can talk about them in a nice way, or I can talk about you in a bad way. Which one do you want?
Good question.
Eddie, yes, that is Belgrave. Vectron says antivirus not required with modern Windows. I wouldn't say that. It's not so much virus these days as other kinds of malware. It is still worth having it.
Malware bites.
Yeah, it's worth having either a decent one like Malwarebytes or having Defender running.
I always have Windows Defender on in the background.
Defender does other things too, like watching your kernel memory.
Yeah, so if anybody tries to go in there, it goes, nope.
Flying Southerner says, question for the both of you. Say Matt walks up one day and says, I can make any route for you like in Transcend World. What would you pick and why? Ah, the Frankston to Stony Point line, of course. with the underground city loop. And doing it the way it was until 10 days ago, with it running out to Footscray and Werribee on the other side of the city, because it doesn't do that anymore. They've opened our new north-south underground through the city, so the line that we used to share trains with, we're not even connected to it anymore. So now our shit trains just stay on our shit line now.
I'm going to cheat. Because technically there's two that I've asked for. And one's based on route limitations, one's not.
Go for it.
So, based on route limitations, I would love Exeter to Bristol and Westbury, including the line from Westbury to Bristol as a route. You have the line up from Taunton, you can go out to Westbury.
And why would you like that one?
Because it's another extension of the Great Western Main Line. It lets the 800 run its legs. It's good for the 150. You run tours down it. There's good freight on it, like nuclear freight out of Bridgewater.
So it'd finish off cargo line.
The other route, if length wasn't an issue, would be Exeter to Bristol via Westbury on the Berks and Hants. Sorry, Exeter to Reading.
And that one's a fair way.
Yeah, because then you'd have Plymouth across two routes, from Plymouth to Reading, and then on the third route into Paddington. And the only thing that'd be missing then is Penzance to Plymouth.
And we're on the yellow. I always feel bad rolling past horizontal semaphores because we don't use distance signals on our railway. So if it's horizontal, it's stop.
Yeah, horizontal means no go.
Yep. It's always a fun bit when you're on the home trip coming back into our home station. You're going up a 1 in 30 gradient, so you're going pretty much flat knack and running up to a red signal, which will either come off to a green or come off to a calling on, depending on what's in the platform. But you've got no choice to go up the hill really hard, because if you don't, you won't.
It's one of those, if you don't do it really hard, you stall.
Yep. And when you're out with one of the training drivers, they make sure the signalman doesn't pull it off. Then you say, stop. And they go, okay, get going again. You know, I did a run recently. I was out with our chief driver. And I was firing for him, and he goes, we're doing 4 trips back and forth, and he said, pick any one of the trips, you can fire back. And I said, all right, I'll take the last one, because the last one's the one everybody wants to go more quickly, because they all want to go home, and they're not going to sightsee, and they're not going to get out at intermediate stops or anything like that. And just before we left, and it's a gradient out of the station we were at, and I think it's about 1 in 25 in the station itself. And I said, it started to rain, and I went, so does that mean you're going to take it now? And he goes, nah, time to learn.
Yay. On the job learning.
Yep. I learnt all about slipping and controlling slip that day. Not going to pretend that day made me good at it, but I certainly learnt a lot about it. That was a little bit too much brakes.
Yeah, well, still roll down the hill to 10 mile an hour.
Yeah, it's better too much than not enough. King's Cross to Peterborough for Chocky, or Cambridge if Peterborough's too far.
Interesting. That's one of the older routes in TSC, isn't it?
There's no shortage of older routes in TSC. It does have a massive selection to choose from.
That's one thing I do miss with TSC because I uninstalled it. Was just selection of being able to do stuff.
Oh, I still have it, still play it, still buy stuff for it. And yes, I know as an ambassador I can get it for free, but I don't. I buy it on the sales. I always feel bad asking for keys. And here we are, Bishop's Lydiate. I saw a driver get a bath of water from that water tower. I think he'd annoyed his fireman because the fireman just dropped the hose right on him. Because there's only one problem with annoying your driver during the day. In Steam. Doesn't matter so much in Diesel. They really can't do anything to you in Diesel. But in Steam, they'll just put the reverser right out on the end and go for it and use all your steam up and go, keep up, mate.
Fire faster.
End of the line, everybody off. Oh, you're getting in. Okay.
All change here.
Well, I suppose they get to go back later. Does this one continue from here? No, it finishes here.
A young man in a high visibility jacket exits the signal box and approaches to greet you.
Jamie!
As expected, he explains that the line to Norton Fitzwarren is currently blocked due to animals on the line. Being very thankful that Western Champion's visit with her rail tour is tomorrow rather than today, he explains that you'll wait a bit on the main platform before proceeding with your runaround procedure. Let's see how you did.
Speeding.
Lots of speeding.
Bit more speeding.
Lots of speeding.
Yes. Not too bad, though.
All the speeding.
There's only a few places I went way over. Yep. Well, one to go. You right to hang around for the last one?
Yep, and I think you need to go back to the main menu for some reason. I don't know why it's not, because I set it up to do the third scenario, but it didn't stick.
Life.
Unfortunately.
Yes, lots of chatter about antivirus software now and VPNs. Best laid plans.
Or pounds.
Yep.
But I spelled it right here.
Disaster. And it was all going so well. Soon before arriving at Stogumber, oil temperatures and engine temperatures spiked in the B engine. Having walked outside to investigate, you have discovered that oil and coolant are leaking from the locomotive. You'll need to head back into the cab, shut down the B engine, and set off for Willerton at no more than 15 miles per hour, where the situation can be assessed.
Awesome. Or does it want that one? It does
No,
want
it
this
doesn't
one.
want the front cab. Doesn't want the front
Ah,
cab.
yeah, the thing's in the middle. That's why. I know why it confused me. It's a coupling symbol. There's a door here somewhere. There it is. Now I'll have to stand up again anyway.
Hold it 3 seconds. It won't tick off like the other one. So once you've done 3 seconds, you should be able to let go. So you should be all right now.
The door's shut. Yep, they are.
Now we're on one engine.
More thrash. Blow the other one up. I was on my way to the shops the other day and I saw a guy with an Uber sign in his window, and he was parked kind of skew-if in the middle of the road, and he was cranking on his car, and there was oil and water leaking out of it underneath, and on being a true helpful Aussie, I just pulled up next to him and wound the window down and went, "You can't park there, mate." I did at least point at... I did at least point at the ground with all this stuff going everywhere, and he's like, "Look at me speeding again." It's only by 10 mile an hour. Got so carried away with the one engine thrash.
Yeah, the trick to this is riding the brakes down the hill.
It's always the fun bit on a train, but you can always cheat.
Yeah, you use the loco brake, that works.
That'll hold it. But I probably do want it to go a little bit faster.
Probably what they actually do on this railway.
With it being downhill, you could let them go at 25. But that wouldn't be different then. They're getting very nerdy in the chat, aren't they?
So this one has some more cool scripting in it. Something we don't use often in work because it's difficult to work with. But there's time manipulation.
Yeah, I think the only other place you see that's in photo mode. I need to know, does that button work? It does. Sometimes I'll be driving along on a stream and I'll push some button and the thing dies, and it's like, what did I do that for? Now I've got to figure out how to start it again. Yeah, even though there'll be less trains in this year's trip, there's Riviera. I do want to take her on West Somerset. Welsh Highlands. I want to get to the Great Central because I've missed it on both trips. I don't want to get... I want to get there before they finish it.
You get the 2 track running on the Great Central.
Yep, and we'll go up on the, when we go to Scotland, we'll go on the Great Western Main Line rather than the Eastern, because Azuma's yuck.
Yeah, got a Pendolino on the west coast.
Yeah, much better. They're actually comfortable. It's a nice view too. Then we'll do our day trips and then we'll come back down. To somewhere in the southeast of England. I can't think where, but somewhere in the southeast of England. And then I'm sure we'll find something else to do. I was thinking, excuse me. I was thinking of getting to Dymchurch, but it's actually a little bit hard to get to without renting a car. Because that'd be a fun railway. Any railway you can hit your head on it, it's a good railway in my book.
Mm.
Alpha says, do you know if GWE Remaster is releasing this month? No, I don't.
Keep your eyes on the roadmaps when they come out.
Yep.
And
Roadmaps,
social media.
social pages, Discord. Announcements will happen when announcements are ready. You might think they tell ambassadors everything, but they don't. Sometimes they do. It's actually annoying.
If we told you everything, we'd be worried that you wouldn't be able to keep quiet for long enough. You'd be so excited to say, this is coming, this is coming, this is coming.
Oh, it's funny enough when roadmaps come out. There's a few that we've all waited a long time for. GWE's one of them. The Tadami's another one. One day it'll come out. We'll get there.
I mean, I've seen the images of the army. I've not driven it because I've not had access to it because it's a third-party thing. But I, like everybody else, have seen the images they've released of it, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Look, if people want to get an idea of what to expect with Tadami, apart from driving it in TSC if you've got it, don't go out and buy it just so you can. But expect a relatively rural route, a little bit like this one. It's got a lot of small stations. It's 40 kilometres an hour, so it's actually about the same speed as this one. It's not a fast route.
Not a fast route, but it is a beautiful route.
Yep. And I think it's fun in TSC. So if it's fun there, it should be fun in this too. Now, I think it's fun because it's so different. I'm not expecting a particularly busy timetable, though. It's nearly all single track. There's only a couple of passing points.
But no, I've only seen what everybody else has seen about for Tatami, so...
Yeah, a few pictures and a little bit of video.
What's impressive with SCS is they're finally putting Euro Truck and American Truck on consoles.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Be interesting to see how the engine holds up. Because the engine,
holds up well, it's going to be very popular.
The engine's actually quite decent.
Well, they rebuilt it for DX12, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I just wish they'd put trains in it because, you know, they've got trains. Let us drive them.
Let us drive the trains. Free the trains.
I've tried getting into them and they just run over you. I even parked a truck in front of it once. Just go straight through it like it's not there.
Yeah.
We're speeding again. I'm going to blame chat. Eddie says that's just like SCS. They've got a lot of new content coming out this year and same next year. They do. There's a lot of stuff coming.
They're a very busy company nowadays.
I really liked the Halloween thing. That was good fun.
Oh, with the Witch's Hut and the...
Yep.
Yeah, even I played that. and I've not played Euro Truck in years. I'm so far behind on DLC for that. I need to wait for the next sale.
Yeah, I had American Truck Simulator for quite a while because I lived there, so I kind of knew some of the roads and recognized some of the landmarks in the cities. But I hadn't bought Euro Truck, and then one day Richie wanted to go on a convoy, and he said, "Let's go in Euro Truck." I was like, "I haven't got it," and he goes, "Fix it." So I did. And I'll stop being nasty to the passengers. We'll use the real brakes. Bob says, I think Tadami will be similar to Nidatoban in terms of how populated the route is. Yeah, I think so. That's probably a good
that's a good
analogy.
comparison.
Nidatoban's faster, though. But what you'll probably find, because the little Kia 40s are quite small, they'll feel bouncy like the Pacer is my expectation, so they'll feel faster than they are.
Nidatelban was Train Sim Germany, wasn't it? TSG.
Yep.
Lucas and his team.
Yes. And its companion, Mittenwald Barn, that I always call Mittens.
Mittens.
That's the route that I use for the how fast can it get from the bottom of the hill to the top of the hill for the race against the clock. And sometimes I take American trains up there and see how many carriages I can get up the hill.
So you know what would get me driving German routes?
Go for it.
Expert level V200.
The 101's mean enough.
Yeah, but I'm a hydraulic lover.
Yeah, the diesels on my line are diesel hydraulics.
I think the 52 is my favourite class of locomotive in the game because the window view is fantastic.
Yeah, it's not like little arrow slits on the EMUs. This is a good time of day to play, actually. Because the scenery looks nice when the sun's a bit low.
I do like sunset and sunrise on this game.
Eddie said, I'm going to have to start playing with the keyboard and mouse because your wheel has died. You don't have the money to get a new one. That's sad. I was really lucky with my wheel because no, I had an old Thrustmaster wheel, and because I was getting more and more into the trucks, I wanted to get a manual gear change for it, which meant I had to get different pedals, and it was going to add up quite a lot on the price tag. And I went into one of the bulk stores, and they had a return for $200 for a Logitech with pedals and gear stick. And it was about $200. It's like, yes, thanks. Because there's no risk with their returns. Yeah, there's no risk with their returns. If it doesn't work, you just bring it back and they just give you your money back. They don't ask any questions. It's convenient that it's broken down on the way to this station because, you know, this is where the people who can fix it are. Not that you meant that or anything. That stopping point is very close to that signal.
It is in reality.
And there's the orange man who's going to help us. I'll just crawl up to this, I think.
Yeah, I always do when I was testing. Didn't want to spad and have to restart again.
Yeah. That should do.
That'll do it.
Almost immediately after pulling into Willerton, you speak to a member of station staff who is getting the token, and you inform them of the situation. They tell you to sit tight and that they will have a member of the DEPG speak with you. In the meantime, open the doors to let passengers stretch their legs, as they are in for a long wait while the situation is resolved.
And just because I'm a trained person.
Yeah, why not?
Not that I should do that in scenarios. The occasional scenario you get bitten when you do things that it doesn't expect. It ends up in a state that it doesn't understand, and then you're a little bit stuffed.
A member of DEPG staff rushes to your window. Slightly out of breath, he explains that we'll have to wait for the castle set on the way up from Blue Anchor to clear the line before anything can be done here. Once the HST has dropped the token off, a Class 33 certified driver will drive to Blue Anchor and then on to Minehead to ensure the tokens are in the right place and to bring up the working Crompton as a rescue locomotive.
An eternity later.
One eternity later. Oh look, we've time travelled.
Whoop. We're still dutifully sitting in the chair. I assume we're going to time travel again.
At some point.
We could just steal that one.
That's broken.
Damn.
That'd be too easy, basically.
I thought I saw a train up there in the distance. I did. Popping in one carriage at a time like it does. That's what happens when you zoom in. Cue the Doctor Who theme, says Bob. Funny that you should mention that. Did you want a TARDIS, Bob? What about a doctor? They will both appear mysteriously on our club layout. Probably on Sunday morning, I think. At Brickvention. So expect Doctor Who to visit Brickvention. Brickvention's our adult fans of Lego convention. It runs each year.
Nice.
And you thought the guys talking about IT things were being nerdy. How do you make an HST go that slowly?
By making it obey line speeds. So with this being set in 2027, the idea with this set is that the 125 group have taken on one of the castle sets that GWR got rid of, so they could run on a heritage railway without taking one of their full sets.
That'd be good. Hopefully we see more HSTs in preservation now that they're going out of service. A few have gone overseas.
Yeah, they're in Nigeria, Mexico, a few other places. I know Australia has the XPT.
We do. They're a little bit different to an XPT. That's a totally different engine and generator setup. But they look similar. They make English people homesick. They break down just as often.
Yes, I'm old enough to realise that the 150 is old enough to be preserved.
Yep. I thought it was funny that we've got what we call H-set and N-set carriages that have come out of... They were my daily commute carriages, and they've come out of service, and they're all on preserved lines all over the place now. Because instead of just burning them, they went, hey, preserved railways, do you want some? And all the smart preserved railways went, yeah. Because having nice, comfortable, air-conditioned carriages for their preserved railway is good for them.
It's not the amount of paces that got preserved over here.
I'd be quite happy to own a pacer. Not terribly hard to maintain. The engines are really common. The gearboxes are really common. It wouldn't be too onerous financially, I don't think. And yeah, that lady's got the world's shiniest pants. Meanwhile, all the passengers are wandering around on the platform going, but I can hear it running. Why can't we leave?
Yeah. I was at a gala once here, and they forgot to take the handbrake off on one of the stock.
Smoking. Damn, I've collected that one.
I think there's a milk churn around here somewhere.
Yeah, this one. But that's collected. And the poster. Done that one. I don't know how long it'll be. They said it could be hours.
Right. The plan is to close the doors to the coaching stock temporarily, uncouple from the consist and park the locomotive in front of the Class 33. You'll then shut the train down and wait for the rescue train in the signal box.
I assume it's going to want me back in the cab, then tell me to go and uncouple.
Yeah. Waiting for the lazy signalman to set the signals.
There we go. We have a green. But we'll wait for the scenario to tell us it's okay. And we'll be nice to the engine. Not.
Full fry. Give the punters a bit of a display.
Oh, Ralphan came up to me after my last Garrett firing day and he went, It was really smoky, and I went, we did that for you, mate. Every time we saw you, we'd pile it on.
Now I made a boo-boo at one point on the scenario chain. I'll let you know when you get to the point that the boo-boo's there.
Probably want to take that brake off.
Yeah, that's the mistake I made the first time.
Off. It's very specific on the left side. That's a sad little noise.
Yeah. Now, I tell you to release the brake, you may want to put it back on again. Otherwise it'll roll.
Because it'll roll away.
I should have told the player to put the loco brake on.
We have the disc. Actually, let's just check the points before I go rolling off anywhere. That looks all right.
Yeah, that's straight in.
Vectron says, moral is, foamers are weird. Yep.
Yes, we are. I'm not one of the extreme ones. I don't go out on a railway and ask for tones from a driver.
No, I want to get in a cab.
Yeah, I was like, can I go in the cab, please? So I actually got to go in the cab of a Sparky cat.
That's cool.
Which, for those not sure on parlance, is a Class 88.
We call all of our electric trains Sparks. And if you're out taking pictures of a rail tour somewhere, there's a very common thing being called spark blocked. They have this uncanny ability to just come and park right in front of you when you don't want one.
We used to term bold over here. Yeah, bold by the train coming in.
Yep.
Which I get why people film from the opposite platform, because it's all to do with light conditions and stuff like that. But check the timings of trains if you're going to do that.
Yeah. I like a footbridge for filming. Or an embankment somewhere. Near where I live here, there's a really great spot where there's a creek right next to the railway line, and you can walk along the bank of the creek and get really, really close to the trains. Nearly got on it.
Yeah, you got to hold it for 3 seconds or it won't work.
On the right this time. No handbrake. Shh, Doddy. I'll just couple it to that one, it'll be fine. Where'd you get that? You get me one?
The cafe.
Yeah, it's moments like this that little cafes go, excellent. And sadly, we can't go in the box. Seemed
After what
necessary.
seemed like an eternity, the bell rings in the signal box to signify that the Crompton has nearly arrived. As you're also cleared to drive a Class 33, you will be taking the consist on the rest of its journey to Minehead, albeit about 45 minutes later than planned. The driver who brought it up will assist in assessing the damage on the Western with the lads from both the DEPG and the Diesel Traction Group.
It's now nearly 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's
I'm
just
not
closing
sure
the
if
curtains.
signs are readily available. And you can't modify track properties.
Unless you make your own track in your own route.
Unless you make your own track in your own route.
Ooh, lights are on. It's about to get
Golden
dark.
hour.
Jockey says, how long is this scenario? They're all about an hour and a bit, I think. So we have to get to the other end of the line. And we are there.
Driving a 33. Yeah.
And we're going to go up there. So it's probably not an enormous amount of time left.
Just a reminder, the 33's brakes are a bit of a pain.
Yeah. I can't remember if the 33 works with Rail Driver, actually. Not that that's a Rail Driver, but you need it to work with Rail Driver for that thing to work. I do, of course, also have down here. Here's one I prepared earlier. I keep contemplating whether I pick up a set of TS controllers while I'm there.
Sure, if you speak with Dan, you could arrange something if you have the money for it.
Oh, he's a really helpful person. Totally.
Mm.
I know Vectron's been chatting with him about possibilities of things he wants to do.
Meet him. I got to meet him at the Greatest Gathering last year.
Yeah, cool. Wait in style.
There it is.
I forgot the 33 honks at things.
Yeah. I did when I did the scenario. I was like, wait, I didn't tell this out of this all.
Tries not to fall down between them. Just turn it off. I don't know.
Now that the Crompton is on the stock, it is time to board the locomotive. Get her set up and prepare to set off from Willerton. Better be quick, the weather is poor now, and only set to get worse as the evening progresses.
Ooh. Authority for spirited running. Oops. No. Don't open a window. Bad. No, you get back in there, you lot. Get back inside.
You open the door then. They're getting off the train.
She's still in there. Oh no, she's gone.
No.
I had a train the other day that I spawned inside an AI that was sitting in the driver's chair and the AI didn't disappear. So, is this you?
Oh, I hate when that happens.
That was kind of funny. Oh, it's in the other end, isn't it?
Yep. Only in one end for this locomotive.
Vacuum normal. That. And passengers should be fine.
So starting her up again to check the engine.
It's probably working fine now. Intermittent faults. Wait for an eternity.
One eternity later.
Vectron says I'll shit.
How much would one of the...
Go on.
Eddie said how much would one of the train sim controllers, I assume, cost there?
Do you mean...
They're pricey.
Do you mean this or the TS controllers? The TS controllers are a bit pricey, but so are these. These will be about 600 Australian dollars by the time you get it. Raildriver, on the other hand, is 450. And if you use the Cobra software, the Raildriver actually works with TSW really nicely. If you don't use the Cobra software, it's not amazing.
Yeah, not so good.
Due to the delay caused by the Western Ranger coolant and oil leak issues, this service will now run as an express, calling at Blue Anchor and Minehead only.
Give it a moment.
Yep, that's where the rest of the crew goes. Now, don't break another one. There's nothing quite like the walk of shame after coming back with a failed locomotive having to be towed home. Well, you can open the windows.
Yep.
Wheel slip. Oh no, I don't think that light's actually on. I think it's just glowing. But you know, spirited running time. Seems fair. We should put on a couple of extra coaches for all those people that we left behind. Vectron says Tiers controllers are about 1,000, including shipping for the flexi levers. That's the two XPT-like ones, isn't it, Vectron?
Yeah, it's the bottom brake.
Yeah, I'd kind of like the West Code one and the separate throttle. Because I know what it is, but I like 150s. Isn't that sad?
So I have on my desk one driver door panel with DRA, an emergency smacky button,
Excellent.
AWS smacky button, 2 flexi levers, so I've got the brake and the throttle unit, and I have the flexi lever, the flexi brake V2, or V1 at the moment. It will become V2.
Good collection.
Yeah, and later in the year I'm looking at getting the PVC V2.
Double the speed limit. Perfect.
Now, like I mentioned, you might be better off on the loco brake on this.
That looks nice. Went the traditional screenshot approach then. Let's see what its brakes want to do.
You have to leave it in initial for a little bit to get it to actually bite.
Yeah, it's working. It is holding it, slowing it down. Just leave it gradually slowing it down. It won't get to 10.
Yeah, something this game does very well is sunset and sunrise.
It does. Oh, you can actually mix them together, Vectron. I thought you couldn't. That's good news. Do you know, I was lying. It actually might get down to 10, you know? It's behaving itself today.
I mean, for little trains, these things go like the clappers.
Oh, they would. They're quite powerful, these beasts. Vectron says the Westinghouse is on your list, as is the upcoming PPC Pro. Have you seen the Sim Hogger? The American one?
I have.
I'd love one of those,
Very impressive piece of kit.
but I can't justify spending what would be about $2,500 by the time it actually got to Australia.
I looked at it and I went, that's nice, but no way.
Yeah.
But it's an impressive piece of kit.
Now go slow, just jump on. It is an impressive beast. There used to be another bloke that made things like that, and they were all machined from bespoke from steel blocks, and it took you about 6 months to make one.
Oh, wow.
The little maritime museum. No, that end.
Main reason I didn't get one later on is because I don't drive the shed enough. I don't have the desk space, really.
It must have been a bugger to code it for the shed because they're all different.
Yeah. Right, I'll be right back again.
No worries, mate. Yeah, you can make your own Vectron. I actually know people that could do the machining. Or 3D printing for that matter, because you can 3D print in metal, you don't have to 3D print in plastic. Should have towed the dead Western. That would have given this thing something to do. Vectron's more than happy to pay for materials and help someone design it, and they can distribute it. Well, you could probably do things with a Raspberry Pi or an Arduino for it as well. I'd love to make this thing work with the HTTP API, but the mysteries of USB are not something that I really want to get into. See, I could machine that. That's within my skill level. We got some leave booked in March. Thrash time. Ooh, red. I am, Hawks. Vectron says my idea is a central hub with common buttons like the master key, reverser doors, AWS wipers and lights. Like this. It's actually running a joystick controller that's the big brother of the joystick controller that's in this thing. And separate throttles, so you can mix and match styles based on the train. Oh, you meant Vectron. Ah. Let's do it that way. No? That way. I give up. All these people on the platform going, what about me? It isn't fair. He didn't pick us up. Now we have to walk. What about me? Yeah, I think Vectron's still got an arrest warrant, Hawks. It's not allowed in the state. Are you familiar, Rob, that Sydney people and Melbourne people are programmed to hate each other?
I had heard that there were rivalries.
Well, it's not getting faster. I'll leave it at that. It's good enough for me.
Yeah, you're going to want to be careful coming into Blue Anchor. Because again, the stop is right near a red signal.
Yes. Got a little while to go before I get there. But it is all downhill. That was well timed. Let's try that again. That's better. That should bring it down by the time we get there. Yes, tree sim world, Chucky. That's what we need in the game. Stingers for scene transitions. I just imagine writing that request to Matt. You just go, delete. You want what? Eddie says, especially when it comes to which code is better, AFL or NRL. What about the other one? They've got another one up there. We have a perfectly okay, nothing to see here indication on the distant. I was waiting for that then, and I thought maybe it's not going to do it. And I took my hand away, and of course that's when it went beep.
See, I played League and Union, and I prefer League. Faster sport.
More violence.
Harder tackles.
Like women's soccer. Men's soccer, if one player goes within 10 meters of another one, they'll fall on the ground and pretend they got hit. Women's soccer, no, they're into it. See, if this was Cajon Pass and we're going downhill, this is as fast as you go. You like AFL, Eddie? I think AFL is a little bit faster than rugby. I think that's why some people prefer it. Let's fly up to Blue Anchor and wait for it. That would spad for sure. How are our passengers? Are they grumbly? Well, no one's beating up the guard. That's a good sign. Yeah, these holiday parks, they're always funny. We have the same kind of concept, and I always think, why do you want to leave your perfectly good house to go and stay this far from people you don't know? We have a green on the stick. That's possible, Chucky. Maybe they just don't like their family. You'd feel a bit nervous coming into this platform in real life. On a down gradient with a red right at the end. And a very slow vacuum brake. Vectron says, and poo 1 foot away from where you prepare food. Yeah, that's caravans. Billy Joe says it looks dangerous. You should cancel the service. Well, this isn't cross country. What if the guy in the gates ever feels nervous? It's like, am I going to still have gates in a moment?
Will the gates be there when it crash through it?
I have great faith in the 33. Come on. Ah, it's a bit early. That's all right. It worked. We haven't got that great big engine anymore, so it fits in the platform when you stop early. The lights are nice on this one.
Yeah.
I think they're the lights from Peak Forest, aren't they?
I
But
think that's the ones Liam used.
Yeah, brightened up a little bit though.
The same gentleman who tapped on your window earlier in the day taps on your window again, wanting the token. As you hand it over, they quip with a laugh that it just wouldn't be a gala without something going wrong. They walk away and cross in front of you to wait for the up train.
You mean they hadn't sent the up train out already?
Oh, it would have departed soon after you left Willerton.
All those lads wandering along with their umbrellas. They finally go, yeah, oh, it's wet. Should put this up.
Hey lady, put your umbrella up.
No, she will. In about 3, 2, 1. No, didn't do it. The others all did it there. Weird. Where would we be without passengers? He's very good, that guy. He managed to open and close the gates without touching them. Just waves his fingers a little and off they go. Looks like we're going to have a nice sunset arrival despite the rain. I think Chocky's quietly impressed with the 52 and the 101.
Short set. No buffet.
You have to pre-buy your sandwiches. I don't think I ever used a buffet car on WSR.
Good selection of ales, ciders and sandwiches.
Good mix. No, still there. There it goes.
Bye, train.
It's always worth chucking the occasional screenshot up on Steam for things that are a bit weird. People go, did you do that? I'll be our turn in a moment. Ooh, lightning. I was sad when they changed it, when you couldn't hear the lightning, or the thunder rather, inside the cab anymore. I quite liked it. It was good and loud. It was proper lightning. And it used to be much brighter and much closer to you as well, but I do understand why they took that one away, but...
The gentleman returns with the token and expresses his gratitude for your calm demeanour during trying times. He quips that you'd best get to Minehead as soon as possible, hands you the token, and steps back from the train.
Nobody else wanted to get on? Nope.
A couple of them are twitching, looking like they want to.
Too late now.
Yep. Well, you have the signal. And a token. Time to fly. I saw that vaguely train-shaped bush and thought, what? So you got an electric train today, we could have powered it with lightning. Don't know why I pressed the 9 key then, but there you go. I meant to press 8. Hey, he did say as soon as possible, didn't he? 30 mile an hour then.
Yeah, why not?
He gave me permission, Your Honor.
25 mile an hour, if.
I figure as long as it's still a 2 in the front, it's okay. Not that we have that far to go anyway to make it to the end. And we are just going into Minehead. No shunting.
Yep. He did the morning shift, somebody else can do the evening shift.
Yeah, it's my train on Friday on our railway. Our carriage yard's on a 1 in 30 gradient next to the engine shed. So I have to come off shed with a full boiler and steam to get up that hill. And then you have to try and keep the damn thing quiet in the platform after you've done that. My driver on Friday will be a guy that actually lives in the street that I used to live in when we lived in the mountains. And weirdly, even though I've been on the railway for 40 odd years, and I think he's been there 60 years, we've never actually worked together before. It's the first time.
Huh.
So you have to behave now. The signal box can see us. We'd be on the circuit by now. This is the one old train with good headlights too.
Indeed. Pesky 5.
Now, is that just enough or too much? It's still downhill. Too much. Just open the door and climb in. We're going slow. We can't stop you. That's good advice, isn't it? Honk.
Beep.
Yeah, just give me beep. Now that's what photo mode needs, a button to make lightning as you're taking a photo.
Interesting.
Oh no, we've reached 8 miles an hour. Whatever will we do? I'm not reading that out, Holy Trucker, but it is funny. Well, Minehead just got hit by lightning. Town's gone. Something just floated past. Nothing there now. There was something floating. But whatever it was, the train ate it. I like that it's 25 miles an hour after Minehead. That might be a little rough. Green on the stick.
Nearly there.
Just about. I slowed down a bit early, but with this thing's brakes, better that way. Actually, if we come flying up here, the crossing's already closed. You'll just have to wait, folks. Sorry. You're honking at me, aren't you? Oh, there it is. Need that light in the shot. Thought it was closer than that, but I guess not. Oh, it's only there.
You have caused confusion and delay.
Excellent. And we have the signal. We're going into the left-hand platform. We should, of course, thank the people for waiting. They have been a nice set of scenarios, Chucky. You're right.
Thank you very much.
I can see everybody with a console racing out to buy a PC tomorrow to play them. Or a Steam Deck. You don't need a Steam Deck. Don't need to go to the price of a PC. I assume that works. I've never tried putting mods on the Steam Deck. I know you can get access to its file system. I'm going to try that. I don't see why it wouldn't work, because you can put the files there, so it should be fine. Spectron says no, because memory costs are more than the rest of the sum of the bonus. If you want DDR4, you're okay. It's only if you want DDR5. There's people standing outside in a lightning storm holding metal sticks with an antenna on top. Good plan. The mods go into the DLC folder, Vectron.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have the user. I don't think got the user mod thing for on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, you'd have to put it in the mode where you get to take control of it. It's the equivalent of rooting a phone, but... all the brakes. Nice evening run on the WSR. Now the other one will leave.
The delayed last train of the night to Bishop's Lydia.
Yeah, they'll be happy.
Finally, Minehead. A little later than planned, but all is well that ends well. After an exciting day, it is time to clock off and head back home. Let's see how you did.
And amazingly, none of the passengers hit me with anything. There we go. Perfect. Doesn't get better than that. All done. There you go. They were a lot of fun, Rob. So
Yeah,
new stuff for the WSR is always a bonus.
well, thank you very much for playing them.
No, you're welcome. So I imagine as we go through the day, probably people will, or the UK day, people will probably start to watch this, and hopefully it'll pick up some people who download the scenarios and enjoy them. So it is a fairly extensive list of content that you need to run them, but it's worth it, I think. So if you've got the stuff, go give it a crack. If you're on PC, if you're on console, sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's life, though. It's a reason PCs cost 4 times more than consoles.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I think that's it, folks. I'll be back on Sunday with the West Cornwall local scenarios. There won't be any other random streams this week because I've got Brickvention tomorrow and Real Trains on Friday. And Saturday morning, I can't remember what. And then I've meeting Melbourne Train Guy on Saturday afternoon. And then back to Brickvention to help pack up on the Sunday. It's kind of funny. I think we get 11 hours to bump in and set everything up, and we get like 3 hours to get it out. All righty. Enjoy yourselves, and thanks very much for joining in, Rob. And yeah, great scenarios. Keep them coming.
It's been brilliant to be part of the YouTube stream.
Yeah, and I hope you you feel better too. And I hope you.
Yeah, got my dentist appointment this afternoon, so
yeah, hopefully that goes well, and no issues.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, have fun, folks, and we shall see you on the next one.
Bye, everybody.